No need for a lengthy intro. This is episode 2, and in this episode I hurt my neck. Start looking for my marathon race shoe, and running some disgustingly cold temperatures. This is Project MCR, the long way round. Let's go.
Let's talk about that injury. So I woke up 2 days before Christmas with a really awful pain down the left-hand side of my neck. And I couldn't really turn my head that way at all, which when you hold a camera in your left hand, because I'm left-handed, is really painful. But by the end of the week, I was able to get out for my long run. But before I go to my long run, I was genuinely gutted I couldn't do my session on Boxing Day. It was a pyramid session, and I do like different pace sessions. Thankfully, there is one later in this episode. But anyway, here's me on a wet and windy day talking about my long run.
So it is long run day. It's Saturday the 28th of December. Hope you had a good Christmas. Mine was alright apart from the neck injury, which has put me out all week. Today's run 70 minutes, time on feet. I'm going to get you some nice views of the canals today, something I promised, well, I tried to deliver last time, but you saw the storm. You can still see the flooding a week later, so I'll get you some nice little nature shots. Sometimes you have to prioritise a run, and this is prioritising the run. So, as I've said to you, I've been injured all week, horrible pain in the neck. You know, had to sort of give most of this week a miss, which is frustrating. But we're here now doing sort of long run, 70 minutes, and we're coming down actually where it was flooded last time. Hopefully it'll be dry this time. Oh no. Still flooded. I just thought I'd jump back on, because I'd finished doing everything I wanted to do, recording wise. I was thinking, you know, needing a natural place to turn around. Thankfully, very kindly, nature has provided one for me. It seems the storms, the bad weather, strike again. Anyway, time to run back home.
So moving into this week and this episode, it's time to begin the marathon shoe search. For me though, there are a few caveats. One of them's price. I'm not going to pay 200 quid for the new Asics Super Blast 2. I'm just not. I'm not that kind of runner, to be honest. Although the reviews all sound incredible, I'm sure it's an incredible shoe. If Asics find this video and want to send it to me, then crack on. But sorry, I'm not paying £200 for your shoe. I don't need a carbon plated shoe. I'm going to be out there 6 hours, and that plate will really hurt the bottom of my foot after sort of 3.5, 4, to be totally honest. I ran a half marathon in them in some copper-plated shoes years ago, and well, my shoes filled up with blood. I'll spare you no more. I'll spare you all the details. And then I'm looking for a stable ride, so my feet point outwards, they don't point straight. So I'm looking for something I can kind of tuck them in a bit, make it a bit more stable, so I don't need something that's particularly slippy. And then ideally as light as possible, because I'm going to be out there for hours and hours and hours. So the lighter the shoe, the better. So I think I'm going to have to do some digging around, find out how I get on in the next episode, where hopefully, fingers crossed, I've purchased my marathon shoe. At time of recording, I haven't. But anyway, let's get on to that week's session, which was 35 minutes, tempo session. Great. Consisting of a 10-minute warm-up and cool-down and 15 minutes at 8 minutes per kilometre. As you already know, I'm not the greatest fan of a tempo session. So let's see how I got on.
Well, Happy New Year. It is January 1st. It's session time, tempo time. I've talked to you about that. And yeah, lots of people's marathon training starts this week. I mean, obviously we're into week 6 at this point. So, big tempo session. We're going to hold on and see how we get on. I'll catch you in the cool down. We are in the cool down now. I've eased way off. Apologies for the wind. It's really bad. That felt good. To be fair, I might start to be liking these tempo sessions. Surely not. Weird. Anyway, back to me in the dry, and I'll talk you through the data, and I'll see you in my long run.
Yeah, so I've just pulled the splits up onto my phone. Yeah, we're not bothered about warm down pace. We were quicker than we needed to be anyway. Not much quicker, but quicker. Target was 8:03 per K, and I came in at 7:40. So yeah, happy with that. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. Right. Long run time.
Welcome. It's long run day. A lesser spotted long run on a Friday. We're taking advantage of that because on the day this is being recorded, it's what, the 3rd of January. The temperature is 0 and there's frost settling in. There's an amber health weather warning across the UK today, and it's only going to get worse tomorrow and Sunday. So this was kind of the best of a bad situation. So 60 minutes today, nice and easy. I'll catch up with you when I'm halfway through. So halfway through, on the way back home now. Thankfully it's mainly downhill. I've done the big hill towards Wolverhampton today, which is all part of the longest run, which isn't until like March, but good to sort of get your eye in early. Right, let's finish this run up, shall we? I'll see you next week.
Right, we're heading into the first full week of the year, and everyone's back to work, and maybe you've started your marathon training for Brighton, Manchester, London. If you have, by the way, let me know in the comments, and best of luck. Let me know how you're getting on. And if you're living in the UK that week, you know how cold it was, how ridiculously cold it was. For that week, I kicked off my first full week of the year with an easy 40-minute run on the Monday up and around the local park, which of course is based on the side of a hill. But let me take you now to the back end of that week and my freezing, as you're about to find out, Friday intervals.
It is freezing Friday intervals today. Today's session is session day. It's 5 times 3 minutes off 60 seconds recovery. So what does that mean? We've got a 10-minute warm-up, 10-minute cool down. It might just be a stay warm-up, to be honest. And then we've got 5 lots at 3 minutes. At 7 minutes 19 seconds with a 60-second walking recovery, which it is -5 as I'm recording this to you. I'm probably gonna jog it because I don't want hypothermia. It's gonna be a mad one. I'll catch up with you somewhere towards the end. Session is done. And wow, that was tough. More tough in the set. Actually, the pace was okay, but the air, that cold air in your lungs, just saps you completely, makes you cold, and just makes it oh so much tougher when all you want to do is probably slow down a bit. But we've got it done. Dry and warm meal, go through the splits next, and then to round out the week is long run time. See you then.
Right, got the data up again on my phone. The target for every rep was 719 per K. So let's see how we got on. I did rep 1 at 657. Great. Rep 2, 707. Rep 3, 653. Rep 4, 716. And rep 5, slightly longer, at 726. You know what, that ain't bad considering it was -5 when I recorded that, which is like over a week ago now. And I got stitch at the end of that run from that cold air. If you did any training that week on that like Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I mean, fair play to you. It was brutally cold. Anyway, long run time, roll VT.
It is the lesser spotted Sunday long run. I've had a Friday one in this block recording. I've had a Sunday one, and the reason why we're running on a Sunday, I mean, I'll be honest with you, Sunday is my day off. Usually I do fuck all. I mean, nothing at all. We just have it as a relaxing day. The reason why, today's the 12th of January. If you've been trying to run this week in the UK, how difficult has it been for you? So I attempted to go out yesterday morning about 8:30, and the road was incredibly icy, incredibly slippy. It was -6. It was colder than Friday. Yeah, colder than Friday. And it just made doing my long run yesterday impossible. So we're up a bit earlier on Sunday, breakfast an hour and a half, 2 hours ago, and now we're out for 80 minutes. And it's starting to get just a little bit longer now, and it will. But I'll talk about that in the next bit. Over halfway through my long run now. Traffic starting to build up, as you can see. Now, because they're starting to get longer, I've had to have one of these. The first energy gel of the training block. I had that about halfway through, which was about 5-10 minutes ago. And I suppose we could probably begun marathon training in earnest. Once you have to crack open your first gel of your block, that's when you know you're kind of in it now. This is it. And that's it for this week. I've got some work commitments next week, which means I won't be running until Thursday with my easy run, which I think is 45 minutes. I'll voice over that bit, I suppose, next. And I'll catch up with you while I'm out and about when it's session time on Friday. It's Friday. You know what that means. It's interval day. And it's been a difficult work week this week. Had to move some things around. We had the back end of that cold snap. I mean, I had to move a few things around, which basically means I've got to run 3 days in a row. So yesterday I did my 45-minute easy run. As you can see, I am around the park. I'm just doing my warm-up. Today's interval session. Tomorrow, 90 minutes long run. Let's get into it. So today's session should actually be quite a fun one. I'm just doing the warm-up now. I think I've got about a minute left. And it's effectively a pyramid set. So it's 5 reps. Each rep is slightly slower than the last, but the rep gets longer. So it's 5 reps. One of 1 minute, one of 2 minute, one of 3 minute, one of 4 minute, one of 5 minute. All at different paces. I will try and put those paces on screen now up here, or you're just going to cut to, or I might just cut to me at home reading them out to you afterwards. So I'll pause for a moment to see which one it is.
Right, so I'm just jumping in here because you're at the bit with the scrolly interval session. It took me 25 minutes to do that. Ridiculous.
Right, I'll catch you at the cool down. I'm about to start. As the session's done, I'm just doing the cool down. That's the session done. I always enjoy interval sessions when you do different paces. I think like that pyramid set is like one of my favourites. Different paces. They're not massive sessions, they're not massive intervals. Yeah, it's just everything I enjoy. Everything I want a session to be honest. So I thoroughly enjoyed that. I think I might have gone a little bit too quick on 1 or 2. I'll cut to me in a bit at home reading them out off my phone later. But that was a really great session. Properly enjoyed it. Another session out in the Nova Blasts, by the way. They're holding up well. So I feel like, although it's not going to be a race shoe, it's probably going to take the bulk of the interval sessions. That's for sure. Anyway, session done. I'm going to enjoy my cool down. I'll see you tomorrow. 90 minutes long run, last run of this episode.
Right, pyramid set data, and I'm going to have to flick back and forward on my phone, so give me a sec. So rep 1, which was 1 minute, was meant to be at 6:35 pace. I did that in, 5:58. I think I was down the side of the park, to be fair. Very much gravity assisted, that rep. Rep 2 was at 6:57 and I came in at 6:54. Good, decent. Rep 3 was 7:19. That's 3 minutes at 7:19. Rep 3 was 3 minutes at 6:50. Good, excellent. Rep 4 was 4 minutes at 7:19, and that was at 4 minutes at 7:15. So definitely a little bit slower. That's that rep at the same pace, but above target. Happy with that. And then finally, rep 5 was at 7 minutes 40 for 5 minutes, and I did 7 minutes 30. So yeah, I really like those interval sessions. I really love a pyramid session. Different paces, bit of speed play, and they're not particularly long, the reps either. Great stuff. Time to get on to the last run of this episode. My 90-minute long run on Saturday.
Right, so it's Saturday, it is long run day. I am 30 minutes into it, to what is an hour and a half, so probably a slow 10k for me today. Today will be really interesting. So I'll have run 3 days in a row this week, so I feel this is going to be a relatively good feel on my endurance. Right, I'll get cracking on with it. I'll catch up with you in a bit. Right, last 20 minutes of this long run. We've put some music in today instead of listening to a podcast, and actually it's been quite good, to be fair. Legs have held up pretty well, but I'm going to sign off here for this episode. I want to say thank you for watching. I hope you had a great Christmas and New Year. This will come out on Blue Monday, so hopefully you have a good Blue Monday. It's okay not to be okay. Talk to somebody if you need to. I'll see you in a few weeks, where hopefully, one, I have my marathon shoes, and two, it's a lot warmer than it has been. Until then, take it easy. I'm out.